Greetings everyone, and welcome to another special Halloween Closer Look. Today we're going to be checking out the entire DVD and Blu-ray collection of Monster High. Yes, it started as a line of dolls based on classic monsters and classic monster tropes, and then had a whole series of direct-to-video movies and shorts and animated specials and all kinds of stuff to tie into it and I guess promote each wave of the toy line. It was quite a successful franchise. It ran from 2010 to 2017, and I hear word there's even a reboot in the works to be launched in 2022. So Monster High may not be in the grave just yet. Alrighty, well today let's go where Freaky just got fabulous. Monster High on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. So Monster High was kind of interesting. It was sort of like Barbie for kids who like horror stuff, with maybe a little bit of Bratz in there too, the kind of little bit of attitude, a little bit of sassiness, But yeah, I thought it was really cool. I bought all the movies for my daughter Rosie as they came out, and she kind of grew up with the franchise. She had a few of the dolls and stuff as well. As she outgrew it, however, she gifted me her Monster High movie collection, so it is now part of my collection. I don't think you can see it. It's below the range of the camera there, but that's okay. We're going to take a look at all of them in a minute. So they put out quite a few over the course of its 7 years. In addition to that, there's also a long-running YouTube series of shorts, which was also quite good. You can still see them all on the official Monster High YouTube channel. Sadly, not very many of the shorts ever got home video releases. We did get a handful of them, which I'll cover in the upcoming segment. But yeah, overall, great franchise. Some really cool character designs and play sets and whatnot. And the movies were a lot of fun too. And the whole idea behind it was to just be yourself. To not let anyone tell you what is or isn't cool. If you're a freak, embrace it. Don't deny it. Don't deny who you are. Just be yourself, and don't let anybody get you down. What great positive messages for kids, Anyway, let's head on down to the black table and check out Monster High on DVD and Blu-ray. Okay, so first off, back in 2010, as a pack-in with several of the dolls, we had this. Very nice little cardboard paper sleeve with the Monster High logo on it. And what it is New Ghoul at School, which was a half-hour animated special that basically gave an origin story for Monster High and the main characters, essentially detailing Frankie Stein's first week or so at Monster High and meeting up with all of the initial batch of main characters. And yeah, so they just put it out in this paper sleeve as a free pack-in with many of the dolls at the time. Then, a few years later, they released it again, this time in a proper keep case. So if you'd missed out on it as the pack-in with the dolls, you could still get the special on its own as a standalone release. Now, of course, I repurchased this just to not have to take it out of the paper sleeve anytime Rosie wanted to watch it. So this gave us a, slightly safer way to watch it that wasn't going to be damaging the disc so much. So just crack it open. And there we go. Not much to speak of in terms of disc art there, but, very nice. Now, we've never had complete season set releases on any kind of physical media format or what have you of the web series, but we did get this, the Scaremester collection, which was just a DVD collection of 18 selected episodes from the web series. Yeah, not even close to all of them. They did so many over the course of the run of the franchise. And as far as I know, you can still watch all of them on the official Monster High YouTube page. So if you need more Monster High in your life, check out their YouTube channel. I'll include a link to that in the description, actually, for you, so you can check it out. But yeah, the animated shorts are a lot of fun. They're typically like 2 or 3 minutes in length. They're really short, but very similar animation style to the New Ghoul at School special. Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. Then, of course, they started doing direct-to-home video movies. First off with a quartet of short films, 46 minutes in length apiece, I guess an hour with commercials, which actually did air on television. We have the Monster High double feature of Friday Night Lights and Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love? Yes, this is quite a... I really like the slipcovers on these. We'll be taking a nice look at them as we go here. They're all embossed and shiny and very classy. And there we go. There's that spine and that spine, and then the back. So this is 2 of those 46-minute animated specials. There we go. As far as I know, there's not really any continuity between them, but if you want to know what order they originally aired in, I'll tell you in just a sec here. So then we go there, just the same artwork underneath, just not quite as shiny and pretty as the slipcover. And there we go. And given that they're only 46 minutes a piece, they're both on one disc, so the length of a movie between the two of them. And then we start to see the insert books. Yeah, a lot of insert books with these because, of course, this is based on a series of dolls. And it's interesting looking at these inserts with the movies because you get to see all the different waves of the dolls and the play sets and the tie-in merchandise and whatnot. So we take a look there. We'll take a very quick look at these because it's just so much to go through. But yeah, they do it kind of like a yearbook there, or I guess a notebook. Yeah, but yeah, very cool. You can get a look at which dolls were available at the time. There were several waves of the dolls over the course of the length of the franchise, and yeah, so there's that one. And then later on, when they started doing Blu-rays, they put out this double feature of the other 2 specials. When did these come out? I mean, how far apart were they? Yeah, so this one came out in 2013. The DVD came out in 2013. And then this one, the final 2 specials, didn't actually get a release until the following year, 2014. But at least this time we got them on Blu-ray, which is kind of nice. So, and once again, this beautiful, shiny, bumpy slipcovers. Kind of try to give you a look at the embossing there. Yeah, there we go. So this one we have Fright on and Escape from Skull Shores. So there's that spine there, that spine there, and then the back. Once again, lots of shininess. You can see like the rainbow metallic kind of sheen to them. It's very nice. And if we slide this out, again, same artwork inside. It's the same for all of these. They have the same artwork inside. So if you miss out on the slipcover, at least you still get the nice package art. And there we go. And I don't know if there was an insert with this originally. These were all originally Rosie's, and then when she kind of outgrew them, I inherited them from her, so they're all in my collection now. So I'm pretty sure they all had inserts featuring the dolls and playsets and merchandise and what at the time. But some of them are missing because, you know, it was a little girl's collection at one point, so that happens. But I've managed to relocate as many of them as I possibly could for you. So All right. So anyway, you were wondering perhaps what order these go in. Well, let me give you the quick breakdown here. So originally, let's see. So New Ghoul at School was just a direct-to-video thing. Then Fright On was actually the first of the specials. Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love was the second of the specials. Escape from Skull Shores was the third of the specials, and Friday Night Frights, was the fourth. So if you're really dead set on watching everything in release date order, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to be doing a little bit of disc swapping there. And if you're wondering about special features on these, there's no special features. It's just the movies and nothing else. So in 2012, they released the first of the direct-to-video movies with Ghouls Rule. Yeah, so this one is all CG, of course. The only ones that weren't CG were the web series and the New Ghoul at School one-off episode. Those were all done in 2D, sort of flash animation style. But all the direct-to-video movies were done in full 3D CG. Quite nice, actually. It's not bad, you know. It's pretty good as far as that style goes. And there we go. So the same artwork and everything there. And look at that, another insert book. So we'll just check that out in a sec here. Okay. So, let's see what dolls we had at this time. So, let's see. We'll just open this up. Wow, it's a lot of stuff here. There we go. So, we've got several of the dolls there. And, ooh, look at that cool playset. Neat. Very nice. And the Ghoul Friends Forever book. Yeah, they did a bunch of books. I actually have some of them. And very cool. They did a graphic novel as well. And a bunch of stuff. But the main thing as far as what Rosie and I collected were the movies. I would basically just buy her the movies as they came out. And make sure to keep her collection up to date. And like that. So there we go. Ghouls Rule. So this was the last one that was released straight to DVD. After this, they went on to Blu-ray. Yes. Well, I know we had there was the double feature, but that was actually released kind of in the middle of all the movie releases. They just kind of put it out in the middle of everything. But this was the first of the movies to get a Blu-ray release. So, hooray! Finally, high def. So you get to see all the detail in the animation quite nicely. So once again, quite nice. Characters are kind of glossy and embossed. Background is kind of matte. This is very lovely indeed. And there we go. And slide it out, and same thing here. So if we pop this, same on the back, pop this open. Oh, looks like we lost the insert for this one. But there we go. So we got Blu-ray, DVD. Yeah. And most of these also came with an ultraviolet digital copy code as well. So if digital copies are your thing, or you want to have them on the road to keep the kids happy in the back seat while you're driving across the country, you could do that. By the way, I forgot to mention, Ghouls Rule had one single solitary special feature, and that was 3 never-before-seen animated shorts. Flowers for Slow-Mo, I Scream, You Scream, and No Ghouls Allowed, which I'm pretty sure are just shorts that later appeared on the YouTube page, so I guess they debuted on this and then later appeared on the YouTube channel. Next up, we have 13 Wishes. Very nice. You can see each one features like a different wave of the characters, which is kind of cool. So this one's all glossy, but once again, lots of embossing on there, which is great. Love that. Very classy slip covers for this. And you can see the artwork kind of wraps around. a little bit. Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, if you kind of look there and there. Yeah. Anyway, very nice. And then there's the back. Looks like, okay, we do actually have some bonus features on here. What do we have? We got 3 fantastic animated shorts and a sneak peek of Ever After High. Yeah, there's a franchise that came and went pretty quick. But, yeah, they were kind of capitalizing on the success of Monster High, I guess, and seeing it's like, well, we had all the success with this thing based on monsters, classic monsters. What if we did a similar thing based on classic fairy tale characters? And that's where Ever After High came out. I guess it was moderately successful. It ran for a few years, but Monster High definitely outlived it by quite a big stretch. So there we go. So here we got our insert, so we'll check that out in a sec here. So very different kind of disc art for the DVD and Blu-ray. Blu-ray actually has full color disc art, and this just has blue with kind of like almost etched text on it. So pretty easy to distinguish the two. And then if we look at the insert book here, so much stuff. Yeah, there's quite a lot to pour over in these sets. Very nice. But as I say, I love these inserts because it gives you like a little encapsulated history of the franchise, which is kind of cool. And they would always preview the next movie coming out to give you a little incentive to keep an eye out for that. Which was handy for me since I was basically buying them all for Rosie at the time. There we go. Actually, that all fits. Because then I would know. I would have some idea of when the next one was coming out and what to keep an eye out for and stuff like that. So, yeah. Tried to be a good dad, She liked Monster High. She had a few of the dolls and stuff, too. She doesn't have them anymore. They all broke. She wasn't gentle with them. But that's okay. That happens. And speaking of the next movie, here it is. Frights Camera Action. Very nice. And once again, all glossy. Lots of embossing on here. You just don't see slipcovers like this very much anymore. They're usually all just kind of, plain. Just the same artwork that's on the case. Well, I mean, so is this, but at least they put some effort into making the slipcovers a little more deluxe, So what do we have here? We have, what was it? We have 3 fantastic animated shorts, so another 3 shorts from the YouTube channel. Crime Scream Investigation, Games Ghouls Play, and Monster Morphoses. I guess that's the titles of the 3 episodes. Yeah, I didn't say on the previous one what the titles were, but yeah, that's kind of cool. So I guess we did get some of them. I'd be kind of curious to take a count of how many we actually got across all the various movie releases, like in the bonus sections there, because I know we didn't get anywhere near all of them. There's a lot of those shorts. But yeah, if you liked the movies, I definitely recommend checking out the shorts because they're a lot of fun. And there we go. So this one's red. And same idea, basically. You just color art here. And I mean, even there, and pretty plain. It's really just the logo and stuff. But all right, so let's see what we have in this one. Ooh, look at this. A little different. Very nice. No dolls in this one. This is all like other merchandise. It's like another book. Got a magazine. The new movie coming soon, Freaky Fusion. We'll check that out in just a minute. Ads for the other movies. And there we go. I like how it's all themed to be like the movie thing. So there's the dolls. Oh, I like the gothy one there. She's cool. Alyssa Bat. And a couple of other little play sets. And you get like a lot of variations of the sort of core characters. I know there was like a million different Draculoras and stuff like that. Rosie had a couple of different ones. But, yeah, pretty cool. Draculaura was a vampire who couldn't stand the sight of blood. Kind of reminds me of Count Duckula, who was a vegetarian vampire. He only ate broccoli. But there we go. So there's Freaky Fusion. So this was kind of a weird one where they took aspects of different characters and mishmashed them together. So you would have each character would be a combination of two characters. So it's kind of weird. Like even Rosie thought it was weird at the time. But hey, got to keep things fresh and exciting and different, right? Got to keep the kids interested in buying more toys. So yeah, as I said in the intro, if this had come out when I was a kid, I would have been all over it. I mean, just this cool ghouls, The whole thing of it being based on all the classic monsters and stuff. So here we got 3 more animated shorts. We got Inner Monster 1.0 and Inner Monster 2.0 and Boys Fright Out. That's good. I'm glad they're giving us the titles on the back now, which they didn't for the first couple there. So there we go. Same deal again. Got a nice insert, which we'll check out in a sec. And the DVD edition. There we go. So here we go. Freaky Fusion. And look at that. So you got all these characters. They're mishmashes of each other. So it's like the movies would basically give you the backstory for what was going on in the current wave of toys. So if you wanted to know how it all worked, the movies would kind of explain that. And they're fun movies just on their own as well. So there you go. Quite a lot of goodies there. I like this one. This big play set. That's pretty cool. You don't see a lot of play sets like that anymore, Yeah, see, like something like that as a kid, I would have wanted that. I would have wanted that playset. I want the cool castle mansion thing. It's all gothy. But, there we go. And next up we have Haunted. They introduced this cool ghost character. Yeah, very nice. And again, kind of shiny there. We're actually back to some sort of metallic ink. We didn't really have that much on the... Well, I guess, no, we did on a little bit on the other ones, but just seems to be a little bit more going on with this one. We got some sparkles there. You see that? Some sparkles at the bottom. And the metallic sheen. You got to get the angle just right to catch the light. And... lots of embossing. Like this is a quality slipcover. I mean, this is really nice. They did a really good job on these, I have to say. And let's just quickly we'll take a look there. Very nice. And then special features 2 spooktacular animated shorts. No idea which ones they are. You have to watch and find out, I guess. There we go. Oh, we're starting to skimp on the disc art here. We've gone to just the sort of standard universal disc art. I should mention, actually, I guess that's another tie right there. Because Universal put these out, and they're the ones that are all about the classic monsters, right? So there's symmetry to that. So here we go. So let's see what goodies we had for the Haunted line of dolls and accessories and everything. So they actually had a novelization of this, the junior novel, and then another issue of the magazine. It's a really cool character. I like the looks. I like the purple. Very nice, very nice. And there we go. Sorry, let's do that. you're trying to read it. I'm hoping you can read that. There we go. Oh, and you can subscribe to the Monster High magazine. Well, probably not anymore, but you could back then. New movie coming out, Boo York, Boo York. Have to get that when it comes out in 2015. Wow. It's interesting. They say that most like action figure or doll or just generally toy lines, like new toy lines, unless it's something really major that takes off big time, most toy lines have a kind of a shelf life, like a lifespan of about 3 years. Monster High definitely surpassed that. They definitely surpassed it. In fact, at this point in time, they're still talking about rebooting it again. Whether or not that'll happen, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But they did a soft reboot partway into the main franchise, which we'll talk about briefly when we get to it. So Boo York, Boo York, again, nice. Yeah, a lot of metallic sheen to this one for the city. Very nice. Lots of embossing. Very nice slipcovers on these. I cannot emphasize that enough. That's one of the reasons I tried to make a point of getting them every time and grabbing these as they came out. I didn't want to miss out on these beautiful slipcovers. So what do we have here? It says something about one bonus feature and Ever After High specials. They're really pushing the cross promotion there from the looks of it. So no shorts this time, it seems. At least they haven't listed them on the packaging. So there you go. And then crack her open. There we go. So we got the Blu-ray and of course the DVD. Well, we got a couple of inserts here. Oh, we do. So first up, hold on a second. We have this here, which is, oh, you can save $5. Save $5 on what? When you spend 30 or more on Monster High products. Well, there you go. Hey, $5 is $5, right? There we go. On the other side here, we got all the Boo York figures. So yeah, I mean, they kept refreshing this franchise quite a lot. I mean, most of these movies, I mean, like 3 or 4 of them would come out in a year, you know. So I mean, it was a franchise that was doing very, very well, and they just kept adding new stuff to it. And it's like, if one thing didn't really catch on, who cares? In a couple months, there's going to be another wave with a whole new pile of stuff to check out. Maybe you'll like that more. But yeah. Is that a thermos? Oh no, bandages and hand soap. Oh yeah, I remember actually Rosie had the Monster High shampoo. Yeah, we just had Monster High everything here for a while. It was kind of crazy. But then a lot of it was relegated to the dollar store. So I was like, oh, score, I'll just get you some Monster High shampoo and conditioner here at the dollar store, and there you go. Perfect. As I recall, it smelled like strawberries. But there you go. Boo York, Boo York. Then we have the last movie of the sort of initial franchise series, as it were. Sadly, I didn't get this one when it first came out, so I didn't get the slipcover. It's literally the one I'm missing. It's so frustrating because I have all the slipcovers for all the other movies. But I waited so long to get this one. I don't even remember why. I just kept forgetting, honestly. I kept forgetting. I got all the subsequent ones, but I kept forgetting to get this one. And then I missed out on the slipcover. So, yeah, if anybody wants to send me their slipcover, by all means, let me know. Anyway, and again, we have an Ever After High special. So what, we're just not going to have anything related to Monster High anymore? I don't know. I wonder if they were pushing it because Monster High was starting to drop in sales a little bit. And the reason I speculate that is, well, we'll talk about that in a moment. So once again, Blu-ray, DVD. Let's check out the insert here. Oh, look at that. Very nice. So I guess this one, everybody turns into mermaids. I actually have not seen this movie. I think this is the only one I haven't seen. Of course, Rosie would watch them as soon as we got them, but I got this one fairly recently. You guys will know if you watch my regular Blu-ray updates. But, so she'd already outgrown the franchise. I essentially just picked it up to fill in that one gap remaining in the franchise. I knew there was a good chance I wasn't going to get the slipcover, and sadly I did not. But, yeah, so with this, that actually ended the original version of the franchise. And that was when? In 2016. So, yeah, so already we've surpassed the sort of typical 3-year span for a franchise. Started in 2010, ran until 2016. Then, in, well, I guess the same year, later 2016, they did a soft reboot of it with Welcome to Monster High. Now, the whole idea of Welcome to Monster High is it's a new origin story, which completely contradicts everything from this origin story. So, yep, whole new continuity, whole new canon, whole new everything. And guess what? Everyone hated it. Yeah, so in this version of the origin story, Monster High doesn't exist yet. So Frankie Stein and Draculaura, BFFs forever, decide to found Monster High. So in this version of the canon, they create Monster High. In the original, it had just been around for eons and, you know, for generations of monsters and stuff. But you know, once again, we got a lovely slipcover. So yeah, even Rosie didn't like this. She said, like, what are they doing? Like, why are they changing the story? Why don't they just continue? Oh, and it's actually French on this side. Why don't they just continue, you know, kind of where they left off? But I guess, you know, they felt, you know, corporate decision. They felt a full-on reboot was in order to revitalize the franchise. And this was it. So yeah, I was kind of annoyed by that as well. I was like, but it had like this lovely origin story already, where it had kind of just been this sort of secret institution for monsters that had existed for hundreds of years, and now it's just Draculaura and Frankie invented it. Okay, just seemed kind of silly to me. Anyway, Blu-ray, DVD. And let's take a look here. So, let's see at least if the toys were good. Yeah, I mean, the toys look fine, basically. Fairly straightforward. More Monster High stuff. That's a pretty rad playset. I like that. And there we go. Monster High magazine. They look, I don't know, like the designs seem a little softened to me. Like they're not sort of as, I don't know if I want to say edgy as the original designs. They seem to be kind of like softer and friendlier. I don't know, it's just, I don't get it. And the new movie, Electrified. Yeah, so any extras on this one? It says there's a bonus feature, but it doesn't say what it is. Alright, well, I guess it's a mystery then. So if you want to know, you'll have to watch it and find out for yourself. Terribly sorry. So, there you go. And then, finally, the last movie, Electrified. So this actually follows on from the origin story, the retooled origin story. And, yeah. So once again, lovely, actually very subtle metallic. And it's like subtle sheen to them. They pretty much all have that. And I really like that because it just, you know, when the light catches it just right, it's purty. It's purty, you know. There we go. There's the back? Does the back have... Yeah, the back does, actually. If you look carefully, you can see kind of electric circuitry, I guess, almost, or like lightning, just in the like glowy metallic ink, but otherwise you don't really see it too much. You see it a little bit, but anyway, that's pretty cool. I like that. Anyway. And there we go. It actually lists special features on this one. Bonus feature, Ever After High, Epic Winter Episode. What is with all the Ever After High stuff? Like, can we just put those on Ever After High? I don't know. I don't think we didn't get any of the Ever After High stuff. Rosie had a couple of posters, but that was about it. Or one poster. I think she had one poster of Ever After High. But no, she was all about Monster High. Because, monsters. Do I need to explain? Alright, so here's our insert. So we got a big pile of movies. We got them all. Let's open it up here. Electrified. So I always looked at the pamphlets to see what the next movie was coming out. This is kind of cool, little mini figures. If you like that kind of chibi. These ones look a little better, not quite so sweet, I guess, as the previous ones. That's pretty cool, like a full-on Monster High playset. Looks like that's pretty deluxe high school. Like that's like a freaking dollhouse. Like it's massive, massive. Anyway, the magazine, and no ad for another movie coming out anytime soon or ever. Yeah, that is correct. That actually was the last movie. They from when 2017. So it's been 4 years since we've had a Monster High movie. So yeah, so they rebooted it and they killed it. That was it. Everybody hated the reboot. Felt it was unnecessary. I remember reading some of the comments on YouTube just from kids who were fans. This is before YouTube banned comments on kid videos. And they were all pissed. They all hated the reboot. They're all like, why did you change everything? It was fine. I don't like this. I don't want to buy your toys anymore, And there we go. The complete Monster High movie collection. And the 1 hour specials, a selection of the shorts, and the original half-hour animated origin story, essentially. But yeah, lots of fun if you're a fan of classic monsters and you like cool dolls and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of different appeal here. Certainly for horror fans, it's good. I think it's a good gateway franchise for kids to kind of explore some of the classic monsters and classic horror themes and stuff like that. And it's just a really cool, positive franchise with a lot of really positive messages for kids about just being yourself and, not being afraid to be a little weird, because if that's you, then hey, more power to you. And there you go. So yeah, that was quite a lot to cover, but it's a pretty good sized collection. So here's looking forward to the updates in 2022. Apparently a live action movie is in the works. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I mean, the music video for the old theme song was a lot of fun, but it was just a music video. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to checking it out. I love the whole franchise. I think it's a lot of fun. Alrighty, well that is it from me to you for now. Hope you enjoyed. As always, if you'd like to add any of the DVDs or Blu-rays shown in this video to your collection, I will of course include Amazon links in the description down below. Big thanks to those of you who use my Amazon links because it does help to support the show. They send me a little kickback every time you use one of my links, so you can support the show while you shop. It doesn't cost you anything extra. I really appreciate that a lot. Alrighty, well, thank you very much for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Be sure to catch me on Twitch. I stream just about every day, and I will see you next time. Until then, sayonara.